back us up a couple months ago, I was giving speeches, and I'm sure you were commenting on this too, the coming age demographic crash that's going to happen around 2025 to 2030, right? Where the percentage of college going students, college age going students is going to drop in the US. A lot of people talking about that, which is just around the corner. I mean, 2025 is a flash in higher ed time. Well, now all of a sudden, this pandemic has hit us, and the concerns are now very immediately for this coming fall. Several articles in the news in the last couple of weeks predicting that campuses might have a 20% drop in enrollment in the fall. Give us your take on kind of what you think is going to happen for the fall in terms of the overall magnitude here.
Well, let me start by saying we don't know, right? So now that I said that, I'll go and proceed to say what I think is going to happen, right? The problem right now is that we have no idea what life is going to be like in the US or around the world in September or even August. So it's hard to really predict. But what we've been seeing the last couple of days, particularly even the last week, going back to a statement that Mitch Daniels made, and then we had this editorial from the Brown president in the New York Times over the weekend, is that institutions intend, and they're announcing they intend to open this fall. Now, what that will look like, who knows? But the reason they're doing that is because we're kind of in the midst of admission season right now. Tomorrow is May 1st, which is the traditional deadline. Right. Incoming students or when accepted students have to make their deposits. A number of schools push that back to June 1st. But what schools really need to show to students and primarily their parents is, hey, we're planning to open in the fall because we want you to make your deposit, right? So it's really around trying to get those students committed. And the same thing goes for the students kind of on the, already in college, because they want them to make sure they register to come back. So it's really around enrollment and retention right now, I think is a lot behind these announcements that we're going to open. Now, what that really means, I don't think anyone knows what opening mean. And I think we're going to see a couple of different scenarios. I think this is going to be very regionally based. I think it's going to be, are you a rural institution as opposed to a urban institution? Do you mostly have commuter students, or do you have students who are mostly residential and live on campus? I think we're going to see some options where they're going to really reduce the number of students living on campus. So that means some students might have to do a virtual semester. I think with commuter institutions, you might see something that we're going to see in high schools and K through 12 schools in general, where some students come certain days of the week and they stay home on other days of the week. But most of all, I do not think this is going to be kind of a normal in-person full enrollment semester, no matter where we go. And overall, I think the numbers will be lower. I think they won't be as low as people are saying. I mean, I think you'll have some people, more people than usual, take a gap year, if they're a senior in high school now, and they'll delay that year of starting college. I think you'll see other students take a year off who are already enrolled. I think my sense right now is more people are saying they're going to do that than are actually going to do it at the end of the day, unless there are great alternatives for them.